Yeah, greeting to you everyone out there. As you know, my name is Odalo. In case you see my video for the first time, this is a humble appeal to Edo State politicians. When I mean Edo State politicians, it could be to those that have been in power, to those in power now, and those that will be in power next. Because power, they say, is transient. No one stays in power forever. But I will be dedicating this especially to the ones in power now. Please, this issue, this idea of threatening anyone not to come to Edo or threatening those that are in Edo to leave Edo because of politics, where is this going to lead us to? Is this, what style of politics is this? What brand? Is this the latest? Because this is the first time I'm getting to hear it, that a certain party chieftain will be telling certain person in the same state that if you cannot do like this, you cannot do like that, then you have to leave the state for us. For goodness sake, this state belongs to everyone. It belongs to everyone residing in it as long as they are law abiding. Whether you are an Edo-lite or you are a foreigner, but if you are living in Edo, residing in Edo, or you do business in Edo, and you are a law abiding, you have every right to live and coexist peacefully. So this idea of if you will not do this or if you do this, then you have to leave the state for us has always been mentioned by some political chieftain, from party chieftain recently. It doesn't make sense. Or telling those outside that for whatever reason they should not come in, threatening an indigenous citizen of Nigeria not to move. No, now. We have to be guided. See, power should not intoxicate to that extent. You get why? You see, this country is already sitting on a keg of a gunpowder. We know. The only reason why the country still pretend like it's at peace is because of the missing unity. If the people wake up to realize that we've been taken for a rise and they decide to come together, then the politician will feel it. Because the power of the people is obviously more than the people in power. So when the people in power try to abuse power, they should remember that the people have more power. But sadly, the people really do not realize this. Because I've seen videos recently threatening indigenes, threatening citizens not to come to their state for whatever reason. You must not go that far no matter what. Okay, let's assume me as a political office holder, you are being criticized. You are being condemned for an act. The best you can do is to adjust and amend your ways. See, there is no amount of threat. There is no amount of bullying. The Nigerian citizens will definitely talk. If things are going wrong, we will talk. That's why the social media is even there in the first place. So to avoid being bashed, to avoid being criticized, do things rightly. Nobody attack anybody doing things the right way. It's that simple. Look at the likes of the Abia State Governor, Alex Oti. I barely hear people criticizing him. Not because he's a governor in the Labour Party, but because he's doing well. Look at the Kogi Central Senator, the embattled Kogi Central Senator, the distinguished lady Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. She is of Kogi Central and of the PDP. But you see the way Nigerians have threw their weight and support behind her, all this through a period of ordeal within she and the Senate high ranking. That is because she's been doing things rightly. When you do things rightly, the people will love you and will not criticize you. When you are jealous or envious of Peter Obi for the love he's enjoying, he didn't pay for it. He's just a nice guy. I've said this before. You guys can do the same. Please, I'm trying to advise us on this to avoid a scenario where the country, the unity of the country is already at the least fragile stage. You guys will just go there and trigger that much revolution, because you never can know when you will touch the untouchable. You never can know who you will touch, the person that the people will say no, enough is enough. All this trend, leave our state, don't come to our state. It doesn't see, if it's a new trend, please, you guys should try and die it down. It doesn't tell well of us, or it doesn't portray Edo in a positive light before the globe. You all know that everything we do these days gets to the social media, it gets to the mainstream media. And when the whole world sees it, it becomes a mockery of Edo State. Edo that used to be the cradle of black civilization, now acting like there are animals in the kingdom or governing the people. It doesn't make sense. We shouldn't go by this route. It's not a positive journey at all. Please, okay, if you are threatening sons and daughters of Edo that criticize the wrongs happening in Edo or in Nigeria, what about the foreigner? What about the strangers, those in diaspora that are not in Edo, that might not ever visit Edo? What would you do about it? You can't go after them. Not everybody you can even go after. Because no matter the power you think you wield now, every other person have their area of influence. And you that is in government today that is trying to be intimidating, What happens when you leave power tomorrow? Whatever seat you sit now, there was somebody there yesterday, and you won't be on that seat tomorrow. That is life. So please, it's a humble appeal. It's a humble appeal. I'm an Edo man, and I want the best for Edo. Let the government of Edo be spoken about positively. And the only way they can achieve that is to do things positively. When you make a blunder and the people condemn it, don't be too big to make amends or apologize. All those damage control that increases the problem, learn to avoid it. I'm doing this as a humble and a very law-abiding Edo citizen who wants the best for Edo, who want Edo to remain. They used to say Edo not dey carry last, but like this, I think we are below last now. We are even below last, which doesn't make sense. So please, I hope this video gets to those that it may concern. And as for you seeing it, please share it and help it go round. Odalo mean well for the state, and I come in peace.